John Lusk here of Lusk Archery Adventures. Series testing, successful hunting. Well, here I am in my new home in Dallas. We actually live in Melissa. It's a town like a kind of a suburb on the northeast side of the DFW Metroplex. But we got here about a week ago amidst a killer ice storm. Man, I thought we brought that down from Iowa with us. We were just locked in our house for the first 3 days we were here. But that gave me time to unpack the trophy room. Okay, first things first, right? Before I even set up the bedroom and everything else, I got the trophy room all set up by myself, which was no small task. But we moved down here as a ministry transfer. I was serving in the Des Moines Christian Church there in Des Moines, Iowa. And then we moved down here. We're part of the DFW Church and dfwchurch.org. You can go check it out. I serve as a pastor of the East region. So you can come visit us sometime or watch online. Would love that if you're around the area, or actually watch online just from anywhere. But anyway, we moved here and got everything all settled in. And I was really a bit concerned about how I was going to ship and move these 31 different mounts down here. To get them all individually crated would just be way beyount my budget, okay? So I kind of rolled the dice and didn't do that. I wrapped each one pretty good individually with a lot of bubble wrap and tape and so forth, and was really careful around the ears and the horns. And then I loaded the bigger ones into the moving van. We had a moving company, and we put them in these big, giant open boxes, 2 big open boxes, and kind of interlocked them there, you know, kind of like Tetris. And they were all locked so they couldn't move much, and we put them in last. So then we covered them with blankets and so forth. So I was hoping that those would make it fine. And then the more fragile ones, I rented just a little U-Haul trailer, like a 5x8 U-Haul trailer, and wrapped those individually as well, like the mountain lion, things that, you know, the turkey, things that I didn't think would make it in a big moving van. And then we covered those with blankets and everything, and those did really well. So everything, thank God, made it here really well, and now is all positioned in our house. We found a house with a den big enough to be able to do this, because in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, there's no basements. And I had this whole full basement as my trophy room and testing lab in Des Moines, but I don't have that. But I have this upstairs den, which is really pretty cool. And then we also have a lot of woods out back and like a creek, so I can go out there, out the back, and shoot at distance. So I'm going to be able to do the testing for distance here. And then I can do the impact tests in the garage as well as in the backyard and the side yard. So I'm looking forward to getting all those things tested, all those things set up, all my test things set up. And I want to resume the testing probably toward the end of February. I'll be set up to doing that. I've just been so busy with work and settling the house and so forth. But I'll be able to get those tests up and coming in like end of February, beginning of March is what I'm looking at there. But what I wanted to do today is just show you briefly the mounts I have. A lot of people ask me, like, hey, can you show us the mounts? Because I usually just kind of show 1 or 2 angles when I'm doing the videos. But since I set this all up, I'm going to show you the mounts that I have, and I'll try to remember which broadhead I used for each one, okay? Because people ask me that all the time as well. And then I have one new mount that I just dropped off at a place here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area with a buddy Rodney, and he's a taxidermist, really good taxidermist, and that's my moose. So my Newfoundland moose from last fall is not in the trophy room yet. That'll take another 9 months or so, but it's going to be over here, and it will just get even more full. So let me give you this tour at this time. Black bear from northern Alberta with a QAD Exodus, moose from Newfoundland with an iron wheel single bevel, and then a SEVR 1.5 follow-up at 70 yards, and then a zebra from South Africa with a SEVR 1.5 at 82 yards, and then this triple beard turkey from Iowa with a dead ringer, and this 20-year-old bison. Man, I love this beast. Look at these broomed horns. That was with a Bishop 200 grain Holy Trinity, and then that pronghorn up there, that doesn't count. That was with a 7mm millimeter Remington Magnum. And then a whitetail from Iowa there. It got broken off at 140 class. That was with a Vector MD3. And then 156-inch whitetail from Iowa with a SEVR 1.5. And then that javelina was from South Texas with a Kill Zone. And it charged me in point blank. I shot it with a Bishop Holy Trinity. That black bear from Manitoba, my second mount ever with a Slick Trick Standard. Then 151-inch whitetail from Iowa with a Cayuga Gen 2 Pilot Cut. 141-inch whitetail from Iowa with a SEVR 2.0 and 1.5. And then this Rocky Mountain elk, 300-inch 6x. It was a DIY over-the-counter unit with a QAD Exodus. And then you can see next to it this Axis from West Texas. That was with a Bishop Holy Trinity. And then the Catalina Goat, that was a moving shot at 45 yards from the top of a cliff with an ATAC. And then at Hog in Missouri with an Exodus and a Bishop Scientific Method. And then 125-inch whitetail from Missouri with an Exodus. Then up there's this muley from Montana. That was with a SEVR 1.5. And then a mountain goat at 13,200 feet in Colorado, DIY public land. It was during rifle season, but got it with my bow with a Bishop Holy Trinity. And then this Cape Buffalo from South Africa. That was with a Bishop Scientific Method, just one arrow. And you can see the videos of all these. And then a mountain lion from Colorado with a Bishop Holy Trinity. That was a really cool hunt. Again, all those videos are really good. I think they're fun to watch. Okay, then we go over here in this other nook area where I put the Gemsbok and a kudu. Those are both with a QAD Exodus, and they're both from South Africa. And then let's see, yeah, there's the kudu there. I love that, man. And then you can see over on this wall, I have a few hog mounts there. This 600-pound hog, okay, came from kind of domestic stock, but that was with an ATAC in Colorado at a ranch. And then a headshot on this Tooth of the Arrow XL right between the eyes there. And then that was in Oklahoma. Then this Tusker from Oklahoma with a Solid Legend. And then above it here is a Rocky Mountain elk from Idaho, and that was with a Tooth of the Arrow original, like the 1-inch size. Did really well on that. And then over here, a couple more African mounts, Impala and then the Wildebeest. Those were both with a Q80 Exodus in South Africa. Then these final whitetails, 146-inch whitetail, one of my first ones, that was with a Slick Trick Standard in Missouri. Then 141-inch, that was with a Gravedigger from Missouri. And then that 110-inch, that was from Manitoba, my very first mount with a Slick Trick Standard. Okay, what'd you think of that? Man, I love this place. This is like my happy place. I just come up here and I can work at the desk and do these videos and show people the trophy room and so forth. So I really am thankful for this. And like I said, from here, I'm just going to be working on setting up my testing places. I had it so set up, such a sweet setup in Des Moines, but I'm going to get it all figured out here. And if you have any broadheads that you'd like me to test and are willing to donate a pack, a lot of people have done that. Please send them to me. You can shoot me a message here, make a comment below, or shoot me a private message on Instagram, Facebook, or here on YouTube, just in a comment, and I'll reply and tell you my address. And you can send me a pack. I just need 3 new heads in order to do a proper test. And I already have some piling up, okay? Some have been kind enough to be able to donate a pack of heads. Or if you have a connection to any manufacturer, or you are a manufacturer, please consider sending me a pack of heads to test. I can work with any weight. I prefer 125 because that's what I hunt with, but I can work with any weight, and I love testing different weight broadheads. So please just reach out to me and let me know, and I'd love to just line up even more tests for 2023. So I'll see you at the next broadhead test.